This is a Rattle and Hum Sports podcast. I'm Brian Houston. It's a big night in Dallas, Texas. The launch event for a new app called Get Me. It's the hottest new startup to come out of Dallas, and it's about to change the world, getting you something or somewhere. The hashtag is What's Yours, SOS. And with us right now, the creator of Get Me, Michael Gobert, and the other guy you might recognize. He's played a little bit of football in the area. Michael Irvin from the Dallas Cowboys. Guys, thanks very much for coming on with us.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Hey, listen, first of all, Michael Gobert, I have to ask you to tell us a little bit about what the app's all about. I can't believe I'm asking you questions before I get to ask Michael Irvin questions, but that's how this is going to work tonight. So, Michael, tell me about the app, Get Me. Tell me what it's about.
Get Me is an on-demand app in the crowdsourcing space, and it's basically a ride-sharing app coupled with a delivery of product or necessities app. It's a multi-purpose app. It's all in one, and you can basically get somewhere. You need a ride, or you can get something. If you need something delivered to you 24/7, whether it's something from a drugstore, something from a grocery store, you need some food, you need to have something picked up at a furniture store. It's a smaller item, electronics. We've got trucks, we've got cars, and it's great technology. We're launching that app in Dallas today.
Michael, I think you probably could have used this back when you were with the Cowboys, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I can use it right now, even more so even with those days. You know, now, as I was saying to everyone here, you know, I go on TV all the time doing football games, and I talk about every football team. So when I travel and I have to go and get something from the store, I need something, it's an hour to walk in that store. Now I get an opportunity to just, hey, hit the Get Me app, tell them what I need, and bam, get it done. It really is a great piece of technology that can help everybody in so many different ways, and certainly it's a great help for me.
And you know, the difference between us and some of the other services out there, we've got a limo option, an SUV option, and a sedan option. We're using motorcycles to deliver products, so it's not just about cars anymore. If somebody wants to become a service provider and deliver something or go pick up something and it's light and they can put it in their backpack, the motorcycle riders out there can actually become a go-getter. They can become a service provider and actually make money just like the guys who are driving the trucks, the SUVs and the cars. We also have an option on the delivery side where we're using light trucks like F-150s. So if you need a flat screen, we can go get a flat screen for you. Mm-hmm. So it's not just about small items or pizza delivery or Chinese food. We're talking about being able to go and deliver all of life's necessities. What's your SOS? What do you need? And we're there to help you get it.
And listen, Dave, Brian, what this is about also, Brian, what I think is great, it's where our country is, and it's where it needs to go to be great again. It's about people employing people. Everybody giving everybody an opportunity to make themselves have a better life and a better opportunity. The greatest asset we have and the greatest resource we have in this world, in this country especially, are people. And that's what we're doing. He's taking this company, he's using people, which is the greatest asset, to help people, which is our greatest resource. So, you know, it's just a great ideal all around.
Michael, you told a special story. Michael Irvin, you were telling people about an example of how you would use it during the media conference today. You want to share that?
Oh, yeah, and I was sharing with them, you know, that being on air and talking about every team everywhere. When I go to New York, they just saw me talk about the Giants. I walk in the store, everybody in the store wants to have a discussion with me about the discussion they just saw me have on TV about their team. And it's an hour-long discussion, and I'm standing in line. And there's a line waiting behind me. And a lot of times when I'm out of town, I have to go and get feminine products, you know, because I'm working outside in the sun, and I'm trying to preserve my suits. So the feminine product I have to go get are pads, to go in here and soak up all of the sweat. And this saves me from from having to argue with the clerk about what I thought of his team, and also having people stand in line and watch me buy pads. So they're tweeting, man, just ran to Michael Irvin. Man, he was buying some pads, man. Like, what is going on here? So when he came up with the idea, I kissed him on the jaw and said, thanks, that's a great idea. It'll save me some stuff.
Yeah,
It reminds me of the movie scenes where they yell price check for these condoms at the cash register, right?
Go ahead. Did we lose you? There he is.
Tell me, guys, how you know each other.
I met Michael for the first time when I was in law school at Georgetown about 25 years ago. He was there playing the Washington Redskins, and it's all about relationships.
Yeah.
My roommate in law school played for the Miami Hurricanes. It was
Sandy Jack.
Sandy Jack was a defensive. What was the linebacker?
Yeah, he played defensive end linebacker, rush linebacker, but a great man, a good friend. So he connected us a long time ago. And listen, Brian, I'm a believer that everything's ordained. All of our lives are ordained. And when you have those kinds of unions, they're for cause. They're not just us here 25 years later, still together, still, support one another and their endeavors. And we do it talking about our kids and all of those things. That's how you know that it was meant to be. And I'm happy for him and all the things he do. This guy here, I take him to service with me. So we go pray a lot together. We talk a lot together, and we just want to be here for one another. So I'm happy for him and happy for all that he's doing.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
Great friendship.
Michael Gobert, tell me a little bit about how this idea came up.
The idea came up, actually, my son who's sitting to my left, who you can't see.
Put that head on in here. See that? That's the guy right here, right here. That's my hair right here.
He was, he's one of these young next generation kids, and he was, he's downloading all these games onto my iPhone, and I started becoming, that's where I first learned about apps. I mean, they didn't exist 6-7 years ago, and he made some comment to me, when I was complaining about all the apps. He goes, well, why don't you create a software app, or why don't you create an app, is how he said it. And I didn't think much of it, and he was staying with me, he and his sister, every other week, and I'm divorced, I'm a single dad, and there came times where I couldn't leave. I had them with me. I couldn't leave the house, or I didn't want to get them out late at night. So I started getting, just various delivery people, valet at the hotel next door, just to go get us stuff that we needed at the store. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. God, wouldn't it be great to have an app like this? And there's only one other ride-sharing app out there at the time. And, I was enamored with that technology and thought, God, it'd be great to create an app where I could, get anything I wanted 24/7, and we just ran with it.
Well, it's a fantastic idea. I'm very familiar with the other app, and this thing looks like it's that app on steroids. So congratulations on that. I guess I shouldn't say steroids when I'm talking to football guys, though, right?
Right, exactly. I do still work for the NFL, so let's stay away from all performance enhancing, but not things that perform. And to get me, they will perform, but not, so we can talk about those things.
Michael, they will perform and they can pass the drug test.
Absolutely, that's what we want.
Michael Irvin, let me ask you real quickly, just a football question. What did you think of the brawl between the Cowboys and the Rams this week?
Yeah, a training camp time, there's certain situations that you want to see. Now, I want to see that you have fight in you, no matter what. And then I want to see that you have fight together, because that's ultimately what's going to help you win championships, is that you have fight in you and you have fight together. Now, what I don't want is us to do anything that are crazy right now and get a Dez Bryant or somebody hurt, because that will hurt us over the long season. But you're going to have those kind of battles in camp. As long as they're the right kind of battles and you're seeing your team battle together instead of battling each other, then it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. They were fighting for ground, so I'm okay with that.
Did you get into those kinds of things? Did y'all have those kind of practices when you were with the Cowboys? I don't recall that.
Listen, let me tell you. So my first year, I had, rookie coming in from Miami, I got into a fight with a guy named Elvis Patterson. I'll never forget him. His nickname was Toast, and I was just doing exactly that. I was toasting him. I was giving him his nickname, and he got upset playing for the Raiders, and he wanted to come and start roughhousing. And so I beat him up a little bit, beat him around a little bit. And I'll never forget Tom Landry, the great Tom Landry, walking by me in that nice, calm way with the fedora hat on. He's like, we pay you a lot for those hands. I said, yeah, I understand. He said, so if you're going to get in a fight, let's not use those hands. I was like, what are you talking about? How can I fight without my hands? So that was his way of saying, I don't need you fighting. You know what I'm saying? So he appreciated that I had fight in me. He didn't want me using the assets that he just paid for, which were my hands.
See, lots of wisdom right there with that old man, no question, huh?
Brilliant man. He's a brilliant man. Yes, he was.
He drafted you. He had to be brilliant. Yes, he was.
Exactly.
Yes, he was.
Exactly. Michael Irvin, one other question. What do you predict for these Cowboys this year? What are you expecting?
Well, and that will all fall upon discernment of that running game. What happens with the running game? We really haven't had a chance to see Darren McFadden and Joseph Randle get in and get behind that offensive line. But I tell you what, if any one of those guys got just what they call just a grain of something in them, then they can be a great team. Because I love this offensive line. And the offensive line was already great. And they went and added that kid, Leo Collins. And I saw him the other day grab a defensive lineman, and walk him 30 yards off the line of scrimmage. Brian, I haven't seen that since Larry Allen and Jimmy Johnson used to make everybody come in the meeting room. He would say, stop, everybody in the meeting room. And he would put on a Larry Allen picture of what I saw Leo Collins do to that defensive lineman. He would make us watch Larry Allen, and we were all just in awe. And I saw some of that. Now, you add that to the offensive line, if those guys got anything in them, this could be a great season for the Cowboys.
Fantastic. Michael Gobert, you get the last word here. I won't say last word for either one of you, but anything else you want to add about the Get Me app?
Just if we'd like people to go out and download it, it's available on the App Store. We're a little bit down the page because we haven't had the downloads. We haven't moved up as high yet because we're new, but type Get Space Me space and then throw somewhere or something in there, and it'll pull it right up and you can download it, and we'll have drivers driving as of tomorrow. So come support us.
Fantastic. Michael, anything you want to add?
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, I love the idea of this idea coming from his seed, and I think that's what it's all about. And now he's perpetuating, he's encouraging his seed. His seed came up, it means his son came up with an idea, and he said, son, that's a great idea. And he's running with it. I just love how all of that works. And that's why he's a great friend of mine. And look, Gannon over there, great little buddy of mine. I'm telling you, that's what we all should be doing. So let's all get me. Go download the app so we can get me whatever we need.
Thank you.
And Michael Gobert, as a parent, how do you keep your son in line now that you've credited him for the idea?
He's known it was his idea for a long time.
Yeah.
So he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
Got a couple models waiting on him right now because they know he's about to be a very rich man. And they're saying to him, hey, they're waiting on it. They say, how long do you got before we can get married and all of that? He has a few years, though, but by then it'll be all up and running great. And that's why they're waiting on him. To get me, it's going to set him up for life. Give me some dap on that, Andy. You see what I mean? Go set him up.
He has a younger sister named Lila who keeps him in line.
Michael Urban, I can take the hint. I know y'all are ready to go party now. So thanks very much, Michael Urban and Michael Gobert, for coming on today. Best of luck with the Get Me launch party. Y'all have a great time. And Michael, it was a pleasure to talk to both Michaels tonight. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Hey, B, that was fun. That's fine. He's a good guy.